Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing really good today. Today I have my shepherd's pie that I made, and I will either have a video before or after this, or in a separate video of how I did it, but that's the shepherd's pie. And here's the corn muffin I made. And I did already split it in half and put some margarine in there. I like a little margarine on mine, but I hope everybody's doing really good today. So let's go ahead and have a bite of this. I love shepherd's pie. I'll get you a close-up of that piece. So please check out the video if it's not attached to this one on how I did it. Oh, I'm glad I got that back to the plate before it fell on the table. It had in the video I have all the ingredients that I used and how I made it. So I was hoping the margarine would melt, but it didn't. I guess it wasn't warm enough. I had to let it sit for a while so I could get out of the container, but there's the muffin. It's a corn muffin, and I said also how I made the corn muffin on there too, so. But I'm by myself today, just me, the dog, and the cats. So hopefully be a little quiet. I already know I forgot to do the cuckoo clock, so. He's probably gonna get ready to cuckoo. Let me pause this just for a second. Okay, sorry about that. I know the cuckoo makes people crazy, so I tried to remember to turn it off, but this is so good. I wish I would have got the margarine to melt, but it didn't, so. It looks like a lot, but it's really not that much on there. It just didn't melt in. It's just laying on top. So good. Just started to close in the wash. The shepherd pie will last us for a few days. My husband doesn't really like it. I'll have to make something separate for him, but for me and Nicholas, it'll last us for like 3 days. So. I hope you guys will make some of this at home because it's so delicious. Sorry, I keep talking about it. It's really good. I think Nikki's snoring, or it's a cat. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that or not. In the previous video, I talked to you guys about my teddy bear that I had that's really old, and I've got him sitting right here to show you guys. You guys might think I'm crazy or whatever else, but I love this teddy bear. I want to hopefully give it to one of my grandchildren. My husband has one also from when he was a kid. So I have 2 boys, so hopefully one will go to one and one will go to the other when they have children. I already gave them a lot of their stuff to keep, so they have it. a lot of their baby stuff, you know, like baby blankets and stuff like that, so they have it to keep. But this I'm keeping because I never bring this teddy bear out because it's so fragile, and he's definitely worse for wear. So you gotta remember he's about 45, 46 years old. But that's my teddy bear that I got from my grandparents in Germany. They sent it to me for my 31st birthday. There's a little hole here. That's why he's kept put up, so nothing can tear him up. His nose is kind of gone. He's got beautiful little eyes though, and the back is kind of messed up a little bit too, where the music box is. But I'm just gonna turn it for a second. And he still plays music after all these years. I could almost, I'm sorry, get a little tearful. Not because it's just, it was from my grandparents, and it definitely means a lot to me. They're both gone. All my grandparents are gone, but I did not get to see these grandparents that much because they, sorry, I'm not going to cry. I mean, people are going to think, boy, this girl's a whip. But I did not get to see these grandparents that much because they lived in Germany. And I told you guys, we really did not have much money when we were young. They sent for us and paid for tickets for us to go visit. So only one time, and I got to meet them once, and that was it. And I regret that. I wish I could have seen them more. But this teddy bear I've had for a long time, and I'm going to tell you the story about how I saved his life. I'll put him down because I got to put him back later. I'm sorry, excuse me, the soda. But when I was a little girl, that teddy bear went everywhere with me. Everywhere. I can remember I'd tell my mom I'm going to run away. And I just was wanting attention, obviously. And I'd pack my suitcase and my teddy bear. I had just a teeny tiny little suitcase, you know, put a couple things in there, but my teddy bear was with me. And she'd always tell me, I don't want you to run away. And it made me feel better. So then I'd put my stuff away and I was ready to stay. But I have such a wonderful parents. And my mom, I am blessed with my mother. And she's really been, so, I mean, my dad too, but I'm closer to my mom. I hope they don't watch this, so. But I mean, I think that everybody's a little bit closer to one parent than the other. It doesn't mean you love one more than the other. You just have that more of a bond with that parent. And mine happens to be with my mom. She's always, you know, and even my dad, he's always been there too. But there's just certain things you maybe share with your mom or share with your dad. But my mom is, I'll be devastated if anything. Well, I know one day we all have to go, but it was just very close to her. But yeah, so I would run away, and she'd come tell me, I don't want you to go, and I'd be over there. You know, I'd be happy then, and I'd unpack my stuff. But they say you don't remember things when you're little, but I guess if they're traumatic to you, you do remember. I don't remember everything that happened, but I remember a lot of it. And it was either 3 or 4. We lived in Ohio. My dad was a police officer at that time. He was not home. It was just my mom. I was outside in our driveway. And the houses were like, you know, pretty close to each other. You'd go out, there's the house, you go out, driveway, house. So they were pretty close. And this house had, at that time, the house we lived in, I don't know if it was a house or apartment, but I think it's a house because it's just one story, but it had one level for one person and the other level, we lived on the top level. And I was outside pushing my teddy bear around. And I do believe, I just called him Baby. I don't remember for sure, but for some reason that name just sticks with me, Baby, but we'll just go with that. So I'm pushing my teddy bear up and down the driveway, and I believe the sidewalk too. I'm not sure. I don't remember all the details of that. But I'm pushing him, and he's in a stroller because he was my baby. But I'm pushing him around. And I'm sorry, that fan's kicking on. I meant to turn that down too, so hopefully it won't be too loud. I'll try to talk a little louder. But I'm pushing my baby around in the stroller, doing whatever. And my neighbor was an elderly lady. I really don't remember her at all. I just remember the incident. So I'm pushing my baby, and she was walking home. I'm telling you part of the story my mom told me to, because I obviously don't remember seeing her walking home or anything like that, but she was walking home, and she had just cashed her Social Security check. And she comes down the sidewalk and up the driveway. And a man followed her home from the bank. She got off the sidewalk down the driveway, and both the doors to the places were towards the back. At least ours was. The bottom floor might have been towards the front. I don't know, but ours was towards the back. And I don't know how her house was laid out, or if it was like ours, one down below, one up above, but she was living down below, I know that. And she came around, and she goes to go up her steps, and the man comes, and he's fighting her for her purse because he had followed her home. And she's up the stairs, and she was a pretty old lady. I don't remember. I think my mom said she was like in her 80s or something. She was pretty old. And I shouldn't say that because my mom's about that age. But she goes up the stairs, and he wants her purse because he wants the money she just cashed. He had followed her home from the bank, knowing that she had just cashed her check. Sorry guys, I'm trying to eat in between too so that I can fulfill the mukbang as I'm talking. And so he is on the step, and they're struggling over the purse. She's on the steps, and he's down. It was like 2 or 3 steps. I don't know how many, and it was concrete back there because there's a driveway, then the walkway to her door. And they were struggling with the purse, and then I come up the driveway pushing my baby in the stroller, and I see the struggle. The guy roughed her up a little bit and pulled her down the stairs, and she was laying on the ground crying, and I saw all that. And I see the guy, and I take my stroller and my baby, and I run into the door, and it's downstairs, but you have to go upstairs to where we live, and there's a door up there, so that's shut. And I go in, there's like it was a glass door and a regular door. And it was the regular door was open. It was just a glass door. I went in, pulled my stroller in with my baby, left him at the bottom of the stairs. I run up the stairs, and I turn around, and I look down, and I really remember this part too, because I was so scared that he was going to steal my baby too. And I turned around, and I said, "I'll save you, baby." And I ran right down the stairs. I grabbed my baby, and I ran up the stairs. And in between all that, of course, I'm screaming real loud and hollering real loud. My mom didn't realize even what's going on. And I get to the top of the stairs, and when I get up there, she opens the door, and she's like, "What's the matter?" And I said, and she told me I said this. I don't remember verbatim what I said, but she told me I said this. She said, I told her, "Some man just stole the neighbor's purse, and now he's going to try to steal my baby." I mean, the situation with her is not funny, but the baby part is. And so she goes running down the stairs. A neighbor across the way said she heard me screaming. She comes out and they find this poor lady laying on the ground, beat up, you know, bloody, but beat up. I mean, not, oops, sorry. She was okay in the end, but she was roughed up. She was older, you know, they can't, you know, it's hard for them. But they tended to her and they called an ambulance and stuff for her and she was taken care of. But when my mom came back to the house, she said, I had locked the door. And I would not let her in. Because I was so scared that guy was coming back to steal my baby. And I would not let her in because I was worried it was him coming back for her. And this is the story she's telling me. And she said, I would not let her in. I asked her, what is your name? And she told me her name. And I don't remember if she said mom or what. But you know, it took a few talkings to the door for me to finally decide to unlock the door and to let her back into the house. But I do remember a lot of it. I don't remember the smaller details and stuff like that, but it just goes to show you that, you know, even when you're young, you can remember stuff like that. I mean, obviously it was not easy to see somebody being beaten up, even, you know, and stuff like that. But so that's the story of how I saved my baby's life. Hope you guys didn't think it was too corny. But it's a true story. And I've had my baby ever since, and he's stored away because I don't want anything else to happen to him. If I could really find somebody that could maybe repair him, I would. But if not, it's really just for sentimental to pass along, you know. And I still love him, believe it. Only because he means a lot to me. It's the one thing that I still have from my grandparents. And, I mean, they gave me other things, and they always sent money for birthdays and Christmases, but this is one thing that I still have. Can't stop looking at him. I haven't had him out for such a long time. You guys are really going to think I'm weird after this story, I guess, but I don't know. My younger son has a beer put away. My older son doesn't. I don't remember why. As far as I know, he doesn't, but maybe he does. I did give him a lot of stuff. Like I said, I just want to make sure they have certain things from when they were little. You know, I actually also gave him, this is my second marriage, I told you guys. I gave him all the wedding photos of me and his dad, and I gave him my wedding bands from his dad and myself. And so he could have them. He doesn't have to do anything with them. It's just really for sentimental. And things he made me in grade school. I can remember also about my son, my older son. I was hinting to my husband, now I wanted a ring. And you know, at school, I remember this when I was a little girl. So I think they did it in most of the areas that in the grade schools, they'd have little gifts for Christmas that the kids could go and pick out and pick a gift for their sister, their brother, their mother, their father. You'd give money and put down the amount that they could spend on each one. So I was hinting to my husband that I wanted a ring. And oh man, I wish I would have brought this ring out because I still have it. Because it just means a lot to me that he thought about me. But darn, I wish I would have brought the ring out. But he went his Christmas shopping at school, and I believe at that time I gave him $5 a person. So it was $15. This is my older son, and I told him he'd get something for his little brother, something for me, and something for his dad, his stepdad. And so I gave him $15. And how old was he? He was in grade school. I mean, he's 26 now. 25 or 26, I can't even remember. Let me think. 24. Going to be 25. Am I terrible? I'm terrible with numbers and dates, but so he was in like 3rd or 4th grade, so that just shows you how long ago it was. And so he bought our Christmas gifts, and when I opened it up, it was this ring with this big fake diamond on it, and it was the cutest thing. And he says, I know how bad you wanted a ring, so I got you a ring. And I was really just teasing my husband. I don't really wear a lot of jewelry. I have trouble with metals, so I really don't. But I always tease my husband, yeah, I want a big diamond or this and that, but I'm not, I don't wear earrings. I'm just not a big jewelry person. But the thought that he heard me talking about it, and he felt I wanted that ring so bad, and he picked it out for me and bought it for me. It was one of the most precious gifts, So I still have that ring, and I wish I would have brought it. I didn't know I was going to tell this story. But it's actually pretty big. It has, it's not gold, but gold color metal or whatever it is. And this big fake diamond in it, and I kept it, and I'll probably give that to him too eventually. But and I have like my class ring I want to give to one of my children, and just different things that I'm not going to keep, and I want to make sure they have it, because unfortunately you never know what's going to happen day by day. My children are definitely the world to me. I would die for them, and I know all parents would do that for their children. I'm definitely overprotective, but I'll tell you stories about that why later. But every parent is overprotective, and they have their reasons why. That looks really good, that piece. Lots of cheese and stuff. Back when I was young, we had like hope chest. I don't know whatever happened to mine, but well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. Hope I didn't bore you guys to death, or made you think that I'm more crazier than I am. I am crazy, but not super crazy. But I hope you enjoyed my teddy bear, and I hope you enjoyed the dish. It was so good. Please, I don't know where the video will be about what I put into it and stuff, but it'll either be joined to this one, which I don't think, because this one's pretty long. I might do it before or after, so you have it. But I hope everybody has a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, and thank you so much to all my subscribers. You guys mean so much to me. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.